Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing what a normal morning looks like in our house. I haven't shared a morning routine since Selah was a baby, I think. So I hope you love it and get some little tips or tricks to help your mornings go smoother as well. I filmed this on a Monday, so it was also a typical school morning routine for us, and one of my tricks for having things go smoothly is being one step ahead of my children and the things that they need when getting ready for school in the morning. So with my husband being out of town for work pretty often, I have to do everything by myself in the morning, so it is a little bit more work when it's just me, but it is also very rewarding and special to be able to be with my kids and take my time in the morning and not have to rush out super early and go to work or something since I work at home. But I like to sit and have breakfast with the kids in the morning. It really means a lot to me to be able to spend that time with them before they go to school and talk about our day and being a blessing to others and a helper to the teacher and always looking out for your friends and stuff like that. We always have these deep conversations at breakfast, but I usually get up and get ready before the kids, about an hour before they wake up, so I can have my alone time, my devotional. I usually do 3 things. I do coffee or tea, my devotional, and I do my yoga. Those are the 3 things I religiously keep in my life to keep my mind, body, and spirit in alignment with my life, because if I don't, I notice that I start to become very short-tempered and irritable if I don't have my quiet time. So I really highly recommend, if you're not doing that, to try and do that. Maybe you could start out just doing 30 minutes in the morning and doing one thing at a time, and then adding more things in, like start out just doing a devotional and coffee, and then add an extra 30 minutes to do like yoga or meditation or something, or maybe like setting some prayers that you would like to help you stay where you need to be, like mentally during your day. If you're having issues with like getting angry or short with your kids, I think it's really good to like write stuff down in the morning and say, this is what I want to be, this is my intention for the day, and trying to stay within the boundaries of that so that you don't feel guilty and ashamed of yourself later. So I really wanted to give you guys a different approach to the usual like mommy videos that are out there. I've really been feeling convicted in my heart to help moms that are struggling in silence, and maybe even not in silence. Maybe your husband works with you at home and they can see what is going on with you, and that you're having some issues with having your alone time and filling up your own cup to make sure that you're able to be the person you really envisioned being when you became a mother. And I think sometimes when we sit and we look back to when we first got pregnant, or before we even had our baby, maybe when you were conceiving, and you had these ideas of the type of mother that you wanted to be, and that now you feel like you're falling way short of those ideals, and you don't know how to get that back or how to implement a routine that allows you to be able to do that for yourself. And I just wanted you all to know, who are listening, that I am speaking from a place of experience right now. I have 2 children. My son is 6, and he was our little miracle IVF baby. And my daughter, she ended up coming along after we discarded our 8 embryos that we had, because I had kind of a traumatic pregnancy and birth and postpartum, so I had to have quite a bit of therapy for it, and I really, after having him, I did not want to have any more children. So I got rid of our embryos and we decided no more kids. And then 2 months later, we were pregnant with my daughter. And I spent the first 4 months of my pregnancy with her kind of depressed and angry, even though I prayed to God about what we should do with our embryos and that if I was going to get pregnant again, it would have to be this way. And it's really funny because I did make a video on this, and I did end up seeing all of those prayers come to fruition. And it was like God saying to me, like, you think that I'm limited and that I can't do these things and that I don't have the power. And he really showed me his power. And it just like brought to life inside of me again, this side of myself that I'd given up on. And so Selah is 3 now, and I've been on this journey for 3 years to learn how to be part of who I was before I had kids and integrate that into my new identity as a mother. And it's been very, very challenging because I feel like if I do one, I'm taking from the other. And we will never have it all figured out, you guys. I really think that it is so important to give yourself some, I don't know, grace, or just give yourself, like, just be kind to yourself and have some peace with yourself. Life's sweetest joys are hidden in the in unsubstantial things in our life. But as a mom, when you're home all day with your kids and you don't talk to any other adults and you have babbling children making all sorts of noises all day long, you literally get overstimulated. It is a scientific fact that the human mind can get overstimulated to where it can only handle so much stimulation in a day, and it becomes overwhelming for you, and people do not understand it unless they have experienced it, like days and days on end of it. In 2020, we spent 76 days in quarantine without my husband, so I was home with 2 kids by myself without my husband. He was also 1,000 miles away, so it wasn't like he could just pop in and, say hi. And at that time, we were really scared of like traveling and him bringing home the virus if he flew home or something. So I just really wanted to bring part of my old self that I was before I had kids, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because I've really been trying to be very authentic with my videos and what I'm posting on here, and I've been changing things very slowly, which I think are really, really good. But I want to help more moms, and I want to share what I do for a living because I help people deal with the mind, and it is so tricky because even though I do that for a job, I still, have things I have to work on within myself every day. It never ends, and it'll never stop until the day we die. We're not perfect, and, we are like an onion. We can't deal with all the layers at one time. We have to go layer by layer, and we really don't get to choose when those layers are going to come out, and if one layer is done and we can go to the next layer, and if things are fully healed from the previous layer. So, my thoughts behind this are just to sit and be alone in silence with yourself and really figure out the things that are going to help fill you up. And one of the greatest things that I know for sure, absolutely without a doubt, is that we all need God in our lives. And there are so many resources in your community where you can go to small groups with other moms. There's MOPS groups. There's also virtual Bible studies that I love. I really love those because you don't have to go anywhere. You can do it at night when your kids are in bed. It's not stressful. You don't have to pack anything up, bring your kids to daycare at church or anything like that. You can just jump on a virtual Bible study, take notes, sit in your pajamas, be comfortable, drink your coffee, and you get to meet women that are all over the world, or just, women you connect with in your own state or even in your own town that you guys just don't want to get together and possibly exchange illnesses or whatever it is. So I think that is the first thing that I started with when I needed to get some true knowledge for what I needed in my life. Usually talking to other people, everybody's broken. We are not perfect. And even if you're a Christian and you have been on your journey for a long time and your relationship with God is really deep, we are all broken. We are not perfect. And no human being is going to be able to give you the advice that God could give you and the answers that God has in your heart for what you need in your life at that time. He is going to speak to you if you call out to him. And, sometimes we're in a state of mind where we're on the floor, we're crying ourselves up, and we're literally begging God for answers, please show me what to do. I've had a couple moments in my life like that, and I remember them very vividly. Specifically one, I remember I was in my office. It was a long, long time ago. I was very young, 20-something years old, and I was at this point in my life where I was just so confused. I couldn't make a decision, and I just begged God to give me an answer. And literally within 10 minutes, you guys, the phone rang in my office, and someday I'll share with you the story that happened from that phone call and how it turned my life around, and really opening up to God and just calling on him and begging him and asking him to help you is so good. I really hope this video inspired you guys and brought you back to life and gave you some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.